This is Major Chip Hazard. He is fantastic. From the movie Small Soldiers, he is the leader of the Commando Elite, and he is raising hell against the Gorgonite army. And if you haven't seen the movie Small Soldiers, I really suggest you go out, check it out. It is basically, these guys are basically G.I. Joes, while the Gorgonites, let's just for lack of better terms, are the Ninja Turtles. Each side comes to life and are battling each other in our real world as toys. And so think of it like that, or think of those properties within like a Toy Story world, but with real people. It's epic. The toys they made for it were really, really cool. They made a whole bunch of them. There were a lot of them. They made almost every main character from both sides, and then they had a whole bunch of different versions of each character. And Chip Hazard was played by Tommy Lee Jones in the movie, so that's kind of a cool little fun fact. And to have Major Chip Hazard, now I had a ton of these as a kid. There we go again. I'm saying that one more time. And through unfortunate circumstances, I lost all of them. And since then, I've regained one of them. I think his name is Fletchu, if I remember his name correctly. And he's the big lava monster. And I actually bought that one from Doug a couple months ago at the toy show. So to be able to get the leader of the Commando Elite and a very minty looking Commando Elite, or Chip Hazard at that, is really, really badass. He's great looking. There's no articulation in the elbows or the knees, but I do like the fact that they made him, as the toy, he does look like he would have that articulation. And they're made by Hasbro, so there you go. These were just great. He'd hold a gun in one hand. He could have, I think his blade or something like that go on this forearm. And he's just super cool. I'm very, very happy to have an original, Small Soldiers toy and have it be Major Chip Hazard, because he is the villain. And I'm really looking to want to get, some really iconic screen villains that I consider iconic for my toy collection. And absolutely Chip Hazard would be one of them. I just love it. I love it. Hey, if you like this video, or if you love this video, make sure you like this video, because it's lovely to like things. Let's get on to the next toy. All right, and now with this guy. Now, this is not someone I picked up today, though I did see him at the toy show in a bin. But I did not pick him up today. I picked him up last week at Replay Toys, Vintage and Modern, Burnt Hills, New York. I picked him up for $5 at that store, which, chef's kiss, really great price. And not for nothing, I do have a tie and a connection a little bit to Dick Tracy, from being a kid and playing with toys like that way back in the 90s. So, and Playmates, who does The Simpsons, that I collect, the World of Springfield ones, along with the classic or vintage Ninja Turtle toy. Well, actually, the modern toys as well for Ninja Turtles, at least till the end of this year. So this is right up my alley. They're the same size as the Ninja Turtle ones and stuff. So they fit my collection very, very nicely. And a little sidebar, I absolutely love like gangster flicks and stuff like that. And comic books and all sorts of that goofy stuff. So Dick Tracy is a really fun comic book, goofy gangster movie with a lot of flavor and a lot to add, to offer in what that is. And the toys were, I'm really shocked. So when I picked this one up, I wanted to get into buying the line of them. So recently, within the last week, I just been looking on eBay and just getting a price range and just kind of learning about the different characters, or who they've made. And as far as I've known, or as far as I know, for this series here, this line specifically, there's 14 figures, and then they had a car. And I've seen lots of them where you can get, like 5 or 6 of them for this price or this price or this price. So where am I going with this long-winded explanation? Well, it's my video. I want to talk. I'm excited. Today was a really surprising, very surprising, super shocking day, to say the least. So this is Rodent from the Dick Tracy movie. He's in the very beginning. You really only see him sitting at a table and then a close-up of his face a couple of times. The movie is littered with really iconic, if you want to call them that, because they are very specific looking and iconic looking in their own way characters. Rodent looking like a rat. Now the toys do the figure or the characters in the movie no justice. You have to see the movie to see how outlandish they are. But here is Rodent in his purple outfit. I'm going to put him in the back because he wasn't at pickup today. But between the woman that I mentioned already that was a teacher, I think I mentioned that, and then there was another individual, I forgot his name. It might have been James, and he had a bin full of really cool toys, and when I went digging through them, between both of them, I was able to find all of these. And we're just going to throw them up on the table and then go off through their names. Now, what about that? That right there is a collection. All in one day, all at one place. I was ecstatic. When I found the first, I think 4 of them at the one booth, I was like, oh, this is radical. Like, what are the chances of this? And then I go to another, booth, and the guy has, the rest of them. And I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Like, what? This is wild. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I found 8 of them in one shot, and I paid $5 a piece for them. I got one of them for free because the woman said, she gave me a really good deal. She told me, since I'm buying a bunch of them, I'll give you one for free. So I was like, awesome. And yeah, that's it. I would have paid $5 for them all day long without question. Now, they do have accessories. They didn't come with accessories, so the hunt is still on. But literally, I have now 9, when I throw Rodent back in there, 9 of these characters from the Dick Tracy line, from the Playmates toys. I'm so thrilled because this is literally a collection I wanted to start at some point, but to be able to be almost complete, in a sense, I'm baffled by how aligned the stars were for your boy over here, Ace. Now, all these characters are really cool. This is Al Pacino. You got Warren Beatty. This guy, I forget his name, Paul Sorvino or something like that. He's in a lot of gangster flicks, and the rest of the guys probably are too, but they're all in cosmetic makeup. You've got the main villain, which is Big Boy, the hero, which is Dick Tracy. You got Rodent. The rest of them are villains except for him. You got Rodent, Brow, Steve, I think it's Steve. That sounds right. Steve the Tramp, Lips, Prune Face, Sam Ketchum, and then Influence. So I'm very, very thrilled. And when I rotate it, you'll see which ones. No, you won't. I lied. I'm a liar. I'm just going to keep going with it. You would have seen which ones had the sticker on them, but they all decided to fall down in the face of crime. Crime. I don't know. There, look at that. Boom! I am very, very excited to have gotten all of these guys. I mean, that's literally crazy. And I actually bought two Al Pacinos because the first one I bought, this one, I didn't realize he had quite the bald spot on him here. And so when I found him again, go figure, I was absolutely like, yep, I'm going to get him. So this is Big Boy. Big Boy Al Pacino. He's got his little hump right there. Ooh, his little hump. So Al Pacino. Al Pacino is in this movie, and it's one of my favorite performances. And there's only 4 more characters I believe I need, and that's Tweak? It might be Tweak. I can't remember the hell his name. Shoulders, Blank, and Flat Top. So, yeah, let's get into the next one. All right, now we're getting in to the nitty-gritty. I mean, it's all good stuff, so I don't want to even say, like, ooh, the good stuff now, but we're getting into it deep. Here we go. These are, I say these because I'm going to explain a little bit more, but these are really cool. These are the Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, inspired by the 1990 movie, the Elite series by Playmates, specifically Playmates with this articulation and this design and look. Now, I always think it's kind of a goof because, honestly, Raph is the only one in the... If we're going by the inspired by 1990 movie, as it says, Raphael is the only one in that movie that dresses like this. But they went and they decided to do all 4 of the turtles in the trench coat and the little hat. Which, hey, it's fine by me because in the cartoon, the turtles wore this kind of stuff all the time to walk around, you know, what the hell am I trying to say? To walk around the city. There we go. We'll just leave it at that. I'm an idiot. I do have Michelangelo and Donatello, so when I saw Raphael, it was definitely a no-brainer to get him. Now, I'm going to talk about a person I mentioned earlier in the video, Alex. He had a really terrific booth with tons of great stuff, a lot of Ninja Turtle things, and I can't stress this enough. That guy is like a saint. If you're a little kid and you're going in there and you're asking your mom or your dad to buy you something like that usually is high-end, he's got those really great high-end ticket items, but he's selling them for the most reasonable prices you could imagine. This figure, I don't know how much it goes for originally. When I bought my other 2, I paid, I think, like maybe $15 a piece for them. I only paid $10 for this one. Hey, $10? I can't argue that. I'm the $10 broski. This is an amazing figure. I'm only saying that because I've got it in hand right now. I've never opened it or checked it out, but it looks really, really cool, and I'm stoked to have it. So now I only need the Leonardo, and I've got all 4 of them in this series. If you want to go ahead and pause that, you're more than welcome to, and give that a nice little read. Not much to the box art. Playmates doesn't really, add a whole heck of a lot on certain packaging. It really is a preference of, which one they're doing, which one they're going to put a lot of artwork into. But there's the bottom for anybody that likes that kind of stuff. But there you go. Raphael. Oh, man. And coming in even hotter, like a slice of pizza, we've got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Another one bites the crust. NECA Pizza Monster action figure. Now, some of you that have been watching the channel and that watch these videos, you might know, hey, wait a minute, you already got that toy, don't you? Don't you have that in your collection already? Yeah, I do. But I didn't have it in box. I didn't have it new. I got mine used. He's a little loosey-goosey in them limby-wimbies, but it doesn't bother me. It's still a really radical toy. He's up on the shelf. But I couldn't pass up getting one in box. Brand new. Look at this. Oh, man. Like I said, I didn't get the box, so I didn't get this really cool artwork. Definitely based on the Xenomorph from the Alien franchise. A little bit of that pumpkin head look to him as well. This is a very, very large figure. As I said, I do have him already out of the box. It's great to have another one of these, so if I ever do open this guy, I know I'll have 3 of them. What is the significance of 3 of them? In the cartoon, there were specifically 3 of these Pizza Monsters that showed up. I got one of the little Pizza Monsters with, I do believe it came with April O'Neil. So I only have 2 big ones and 3 little ones. That's okay. The UFO pizza box in there with the pizza up at the top and that little remote controller. Very awesome looking figure. And of course, yellow being one of my favorite colors, I love it. So there you go. This was, I think I said that it was only $10. My guy was only selling this for $10. I paid, shit, I don't even want to say it now because I don't remember what I paid for the loose one. I know it was more than 15 or 20, something around there. But very, very cool. You got Michelangelo. They did make this as a toy, his little raft. He's floating through the sewer, going to get eaten up. Rawr, 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 rawr. Couldn't say no to this. He had a bunch more stuff along these lines, but this was the only one that I really wanted to have. Because like I said, I don't have this one in box, so I never got the experience of opening this one. And the box is just really, really radical, and I can't wait to hang this up on my wall with the rest of the cartoon-themed NECA figure boxes. So, let's get on to the next one. Ba-boom! And here we go right now with some more Turtle action. Best action, that is, with this Razor. I picked this up as well from Alex. He was selling this bad boy for only $10. Now, I know at Ross, people have been seeing these Best Action Turtle figures there for roughly $10. So it's not groundbreaking that, you know, for the price of this. But I don't have a Ross next to me anywhere. I don't get to go and find these really, you know, the cooler ones other than just the basic turtles, which are meh. So for $10 to find a Razor, absolutely. I was very happy that he said it was only $10. But you can't have Razor without his partner in crime. Dun 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 dun. Toka. I was gonna say Razor again. Toka. My God, this is one of the coolest looking iterations of him I've ever seen. Now, this is based on, I do believe, the Loyal Subjects